and welcome back to my channel. My name is Desiree. It's very nice to meet you. In today's video, I'm going to be trying out the blur drops from Glow Recipe. Now, I know that these have been out for a month or so, so they're not really like new, but I haven't used them yet, so it's new to me. So today, I'm going to be doing this along with my normal kind of ish routine that I know works for me, and I'm going to put this underneath it and see how well it compares. Now this is more of a serum, like a skin product, like skincare, but it does say you can use it as primer as well. So that's what I'm going to be using it today for, is a primer. So I'm just going to put like a little pea size. This is what it looks like. It just looks creamy. It's a little watery. There's like a super faint smell, but it doesn't really smell like, I don't know, I guess because it's like strawberries, I thought it would smell like strawberry, but it doesn't. It just has like a super, like, I guess, faint, like, fresh-ish, fruity smell-ish, but it doesn't really smell like fruit. I don't really know how to describe it. So I'm just going to take it like this, and I'm just going to dab it into my skin. Now it kind of does like go over your whole face, like a little bit goes a long way, and that's what they recommend to use, is a pea-sized amount. Okay, I'm gonna put it over my T-zone areas because that is where I get oily and where a lot of my pores are showing. So I'm gonna give that a second to dry down. And I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of, where is it? This primer, I'm still using it. Sorry. I've not fully gone through it yet. It's the Estee Lauder The Smoother. It's just a little tester. I'm going to put that around the rest of my face. So I can have a little bit of a, this also is kind of like a smoothing primer. So I'm going to put that around the rest of my face so I can have a little bit of primer all over the face. Now I'm just putting it on spots where I haven't put the blur drops so that it won't affect it. Like there won't be two products on top of each other. Okay. Got a little bit of that on. Now let's see. Feels very smooth. Some people said it started to feel tight. I don't feel anything right now, but it does look like, it doesn't look dewy. It doesn't really look matte. Like you can still see like a little bit of shine on the face, but there's not much there. So I'm gonna keep seeing how I feel about that as far as like the feeling, because there was someone that said I kept getting tight. Like it was like a good type, but I don't know, I don't feel anything just yet. So I'm gonna go into my foundation, which is the Purlisse or Purlisse illuminating BB cream, and I have mine in shade medium, so I'm gonna put that on, and then I'll just be back. Okay, foundation and concealer is done. This is without any powders on. I didn't want to go in powders until like I showed you all what it looked like. So I did use an illuminating foundation on purpose, and I did make it as full coverage as I could considering it's a BB cream. So this is what it looks like. I think that it really just keeps everything down. It doesn't feel firm or stiff or anything like that. It just feels nice and like it doesn't feel dewy or greasy or anything like under the skin. It just feels nice, and I guess like, you know, one of your products, like your skincare, they kind of dried down and it just feels nice and soft, but it doesn't feel like hydrating or glowy. It doesn't feel dewy or anything like that. So that's exactly what it feels like. It feels really nice. It didn't change up my foundation at all. Obviously, I think you can kind of tell a little bit of the difference as to where I did use it and where I didn't, but very slightly. But I think it looks really nice. I really do like it. Now I'm going to go setting it in with powder, and we can see how it does that way. So far, I really do like this. I have used the dewdrops, and I do like that as well. But because I have such oily skin, I think I may like these blur drops a little bit better because it like still allows things to be illuminating, but it isn't like too much. It isn't. It's kind of like a natural like look. It's, I don't know how, what's the word? Okay, it's like a satin finish kind of. It allows things to still kind of be like a little tiny like luminous, but then it isn't all the way like glowy, but then it's not mattifying. I hope that makes sense. So I'm just gonna put some powder in those T-zone areas. Really pat some down on the skin. I'm just using this, sorry, and see what I'm using. I'm using this e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder in light. Okay, and I know I didn't say this earlier, but if you will, please give this video a thumbs up and press the subscription button down below. That would be very helpful. Thank you. Okay, now that that is done, I'm going to do, I figured I'd just do the rest on camera. If y'all want to watch, you can keep watching. I'm going to do the rest of my makeup, so I'm going to go in with my powder products. No, sorry. My cream products. I'm going to use the Olipop Sunkist. Like I said, if you're regulars, you have literally seen the same stuff on here before. I'm just using what I know works for my skin to test this out, because you don't want to use things that you haven't used and then you don't get the full impression and really know if the product's going to work on a daily basis. So that's what I'm doing. It's the Olipop Sunkist Suck the Odds. I'm actually like really almost out of this. I'm having to scrape the edges and it's not really getting on the brush very evenly. So just gonna keep putting that on. Okay, and for blush, I'm using the ColourPop Drop of a Hat. I don't know if I've showed this on video yet, but I've actually hit pan. I thought these were a little bit deeper, but you get a lot of product out of it. See, I've hit pan, which I'm so excited about. Which this is a really nice blush. I just haven't really used it in a long time, because I've been trying to use a lot of my other cream blushes because they are not quite as loved and used as this. So I'm trying to give all of my products a fair chance. Okay, blush is done. Now, I know I haven't done eyes yet. I'm just really focusing on the base look of the makeup today. Well, I am going to do eyes, but like I'm just more focused on this. So now I'm going to go in with my powder products, and for bronzer, did I not get one out? Oh, I did. Okay. I'm going to go in the Park Ave Princess and use the shade Angle, which is this one right here. I love the smell of this. Like all Torch stuff, I don't think most of it's supposed to be like scented, but it always smells like so good. Like it literally smells kind of like chocolate. And so does the eyeshadows. Like they're not supposed to be scented. Like I don't think their stuff is like claiming to be scented, but it is, and it smells so good. I love the way their stuff smells. I don't use Torch like eyeshadows enough. I have a couple palettes, but I don't use them enough. I need to use more. Which I only do makeup once, maybe twice a week, because my work is outside, so I don't really need to wear makeup outside, because then I'll just get sweaty and just melt right off my face. So I don't really do that except for a couple times a week. So that's why my makeup isn't quite as used, and that's why I don't really buy as much, because I don't want it to all go to waste. Okay, now I'm going with my Charlotte Tilbury blush. This one's in shade Cheek to Chic, Pillow Talk. I would show you, but I had to repress it, and it's still not really that good. It got dropped a couple times, so that's cute. So it's really powdery, but at least the base is still held together. That's all that matters. So this is what the powder products look like. I'm just going to contour my nose, and then we will go ahead and set with powder. Okay, I'm just going to use, where's the brush I like to use? I didn't see it. Oh no. Okay, I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow. This is the shade Light Medium. I'm just going to use a little contour to, it's actually more like a bronzer, but it's so light on me, I just use it as like a little contour for the nose. I know I look like cherry red, but the powder will hopefully bring that down. Sometimes my blush looks more subtle than other days, and today it's really popping. Okay, I think that's good. It's okay. It works out. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with my powder, and so that the blur product, I can really see how it turns out. Like, I don't want to put a super blurring like powder on top of that and not really be able to see what it does. So I'm just gonna go in with this Pretty Fresh by ColourPop. I have shade Light 6, and this is a light powder. Like, it covers and gives a little bit of, like, it sets, but it doesn't really take away from the color. It really just adds a light little blur. Not much. It's just a very natural kind of powder, and that is why I'm using it today. So you can see, like, it sets it down a little bit, but not like completely like matte and blurring, which I like whenever I don't want to take away from what I already have on too much. Just putting a little bit extra on my blush area. Okay, see, it turned it down a little bit, but not too much, which is the key here. Okay, so base is done. I will set with setting spray. Well, I can go ahead and do that. It really doesn't have to be last. Okay. Okay, if you can't tell, this is definitely more of a chill video. Like, I'm not like all over the place. Like, it's really just laid back. It'll probably be not really a long video, but not a short video. Like, probably a 20-minute video. Hopefully not that long, but it is what it is. Thank you for those who are sticking around. Okay, now I'm going to go in with, I'm going to go ahead and put my eyeshadow primer on, and then I'll do eyebrows. I'm going to put on the Too Faced Shadow Insurance, the 24-hour. I don't know, like, I think this does make a difference. Like, I'm not 100% sure. Like, I do feel like my shadows do stick well, and they definitely show up really nice. So I think this is definitely worth getting. Now, I've not tried that many shadow primers, so I can't tell you that's the best in the world, but it is a really good one. Like, I'm sure there's several out there that are just fabulous, but I do want to say that I think that primers, shadow primers, really do make a difference. If you're wondering. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the Brow Gal in medium brown 4. I'm finally getting down on this like it was, because this is like a brush part, but it was like this long, and it's like a third down, which is nice, because I'm like, these brow pencils last forever, and not that I don't like it, but I'm kind of thinking I want to try something new at some point. That was a little too high. But I do really like this pencil. It's the only pencil I've had for makeup, like brow pencil, because before I was just using like powders. So it's really nice to outline. Definitely not the best for filling in because it's like a little waxy and it's not very thin, so it's not really ideal if you're just trying to fill in little hairs. But it's nice for outlining and filling in gaps. It's really hard to get my eyebrows to look the same. Okay, I'm gonna brush that through, which makes all the difference in the world. I don't know about anyone else, but it is so rainy here. For the last 2 days, it's been raining straight, which is nice because we do need it. It's really good for growth and just cleaning the plants and cleaning the air, but it takes away from our work, which is landscaping, so that's the only downside, but then it kind of promotes it later. But when you have people wanting things done now, it's a little hard. Okay, so you know it's not perfect, but who cares? I feel like I went up a little too high on this brow. That's probably been one of the things I've not been like super. I spend a moment on it, but eyebrows to me are not the most important part. I mean, it can, you know, it can be noticeable, but to me it's not like one and like done. Like, it's not just brows for me, but for others it is. So for me, I'm just like, oh, if it doesn't look good, oh well, as long as the rest of the makeup looks good. Okay, for shadow, I actually haven't used this palette yet. It's the Ace Beauté Blossom Passion palette. Very cute. I already have pink, so I know I really don't need this, but I thought it was adorable, so I want to try it. It's very bold, so I may try to keep it more on the simple side. I don't know. So let's get started. I need to get some brushes out here. Sometimes I just don't know what I'm gonna do and it ends up great or it doesn't, so we'll just have to see. So that primer is done. I don't like to, it dries down, like it doesn't feel tacky or anything, so I don't like to put powders on top of it, because then if I put the shadow powder on top, I feel like it just doesn't work out, so I don't really set my eyes. Okay, I'm gonna go in with this. Is this gardenia? Is this like a, no, it's a cream. Okay, it's not shimmer, it's just a creamy shade. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the gardenia, which is like this peachy light orange shade. I'm just gonna put that all over the lid. Okay, so it's pretty pigmented. Have I used Ace Beauté before? I think this is my first palette I've tried from them, just to be honest. And I will say it's pretty pigmented. I mean, yes, that's the lightest shade in the palette, but I feel like it's really nice. Okay, I'm gonna go in with, ooh, that's pretty. That's really pretty. I think I'm gonna keep it kind of on the lighter side today. I'm gonna go in with Carnation, which is like this peachy shade, very peachy. But I'm gonna kind of focus on the center and kind of just buff it a little bit inward. I'm not gonna take it on the outside yet. And I'm going to take one of my most used brushes. Like, it's a lavish brush, like as you can say, but it's just this fluffy brush. And I'm going to go in with Dahlia, which is the shade right here. And I'm hoping that that will be just like dark enough to kind of make the outside pop, but not be too much. Well, okay, I may need to add another color. These colors are really nice.
there's a lot of pigment. Now there is kick up on the pan, which I am not like bothered by at all. It kind of just went with that shade. If you can see that, like you can tell the difference, but it kind of just went with it. Okay, so I think I did the most simple-ish that I could. I mean, I probably could have just done like a little wing, but oh well. There is some fallout, so especially with it being color, I would probably recommend doing your makeup after, you guys, but oh well, I normally don't do that, so I'm kind of used to a little bit of fallout, but it's really not that much. Okay, so hopefully you can see a little bit of the orange and pink. I did add a little bit of a darker shade to really make that outer corner area pop. So now I'm going to go in with a shimmer, but I'm trying to figure out which one. There's only 3, right? Oh, there's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so here's Peony, which is stunning. It's more of a, you can, I don't know if you can really see on the camera, but it's more of a pink than it is like a white. Okay, and this one is, ooh, did I get them mixed up? I already did Peony. Okay, hang on. Okay, this one's Eros, E-R-O-S, which is a very beautiful, like hot pink. And then there's Beauty, which is like pretty much the same color, but it's not as glittery. It's more like just a shimmer, kind of like a more of a, I don't know what you call it. I'm not the best at terminology, but it's not so glittery. It's just kind of more of a shadow you could use on the rest of the eye. I don't really know. Anyways, this one and this top one is Orchid. So there's the options. Honestly, I think I want to go in with Orchid would blend too much. Peony would probably be the best option. Yeah, okay. Even though I wanted to put it in the inner corner. Let's do Peony. I'm just gonna go in with my finger. Oh, she is pigmented. Lord. Now we're gonna have to blend her out. Whew, beautiful. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This shimmer is so creamy and just goes on so well. I definitely recommend these palettes. I know that, I think if you have BoxyCharm, you can probably, I think they have these palettes from HBJ like all the time. Like they're always selling them, or you can just get them in a box. But that is beautiful. Okay, and I'm gonna kind of fan out those edges so it's not so unblended. Sorry, I heard something. Okay, now that definitely gave a lot of fallout, which is fine because that's where highlighter goes anyway. But I kind of already gave me a highlighter. That's beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit more on, but with a brush so that I can stick a little bit better. Okay, so I'm gonna go in and spray my brush with the Fenty Beauty What It Do spray. Tap a little bit off. I think I put too much. Now I'm going to dip in the peony and put it on top. There we go. With it being damp, it definitely will stick better now. Because it was coming off just a little bit. But this is definitely a recommended palette. I have a couple other palettes from them that I was actually like not gonna keep. I was actually gonna like try to sell them or give them away to someone who needed them. But you know what? I think I'm gonna keep them. I think so, even though I don't really need them. I think I'm gonna keep them because that was absolutely outstanding. And it has colors in them that I normally wouldn't use, but they may just be fabulous. Okay, we could get this hair. Okay, so I finished lashes off camera. I did the Rare Beauty for the top lashes and the Lancome Adore, for the bottom lashes. Now I'm doing lips. Actually, let's go in with a little bit of highlighter first, and then we'll do lips, and we'll be done. And I'll give a little review. So, like I said, I know this video is a little long. I just really like to make videos, and it's hard for me to do short ones. So thank you in advance for sticking it through and watching. But let me just tell you, I love the way this came out. Like, I love the way that this eye looks. Like, the color story of this palette is amazing. Like, I know the review is for this beauty right here, but I will say I love the palette. Like, that is definitely gonna be one of my favorites now. Like, I have palettes that have very similar colors, but the way this just worked together all in one palette is beautiful. Okay, I'm just gonna go in with the NYX retractable lip liner in Sand Beige. Ugh. The only thing I don't like about this is it literally will just break off. Like, it's great, but it just breaks off, and I'm being super gentle. See, like, look, it's just falling apart. I love it, but for crying out loud, I'm gonna have no pencil because this just keeps breaking. Anyway, now I'm gonna go in with the Too Faced Never Grow Up by the Too Faced collection. The lip may be a little dark for the eye look, but it's okay. Okay, now I'm just going to take a little brush and fade that out just a little bit because it's looking a little dark on the edges. Okay, there you go. And we did go in with my brows with the Anastasia Brow Gel. Okay. What do we think? Love it or not? I love it. Look at these eyes. Let's see it. Like, it just is beautiful. Like, I know I literally have done similar creations from my Anastasia Norvina palette, but I don't know. Just something about this makes me like it a little bit more than what I've done with the Norvina. I don't know why, but absolutely love this look. I love it. I love it. Okay, now onto the review. This. Okay, so obviously, like, those areas do not look like, of course I have some shimmery, sheeny kind of products on top of it, but looking at the base itself, it looks incredible. Like, it's just enough for a little bit of that sheen to still come through. Like, it doesn't mattify everything, but it really sets it down. Like, okay, so I'm gonna do a comparison. I may do a shorts of like a comparison of what I would normally do versus the blur and see like the complete difference, because this really looks amazing. Now ignore if there's a little pink up here, it's because of the fallout, but that looks beautiful. Like, normally I had to put a lot of powder on to kind of get it to be like this, and like I said, I used a very lightweight kind of light coverage powder, and it still looks amazing, and my skin feels like perfect. Like, it feels very comfortable, feels very nice. So if you don't already have this and you have been thinking about it, what are you waiting for? It's amazing. That is a incredible product, and it is kind of small. It's smaller than I thought it would be, but you only use a pea size, and if you just do your like T-zone areas, then it's gonna be enough for like ever. Like, yeah, it's just amazing. So definitely recommend that. 10 out of 10. One of the best kind of serum skincare products, especially like primer product that I've used sorry, in a long time. So I definitely give it a thumbs up. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.